Savannah is an awesome place to be a runner. Anybody that comes into Savannah as a tourist comes to Savannah because they want to see the architecture, they want to see the squares, they want to see the history of Savannah. And Savannah's got small town charm, the feel of the city, it's just fantastic. Savannah's in the deep south, so we've got all kinds of yummy food and drink, and it's good to be able to get that out there and maybe have an excuse to do one or the other, or both. But at the same time, the weather is almost always fantastic for running. You've got a bunch of just fantastic, generous people in Savannah that are just looking to be a part of something, and why not let it be running in a healthy community.
When he was in 9th grade, him and his friend came together because of a shoe, the Asics running shoe. And they thought, wouldn't it be cool to be able to sell these one day? And so that's been his dream since 9th grade.
My parents used to joke that, he was the athletic one and I was the brainiac. So yeah, he's been an athlete since he was a tiny little kid. In elementary school, they called him the rabbit because he was so fast. So he always sort of got a reputation for being great, whatever he did.
Robert worked in the running shoe industry in Austin, Texas for 9 years. So I knew he knew the business inside and out. So we looked around the United States and we found Fleet Feet. So we decided to do a franchise. We came here, he wanted to show me the city, and I saw Savannah, January of '01. The sun was shining, the trees were green. It was like, okay, yes, I can live in this city. From there was the start. We found this location, which is not the normal location for a running store because it's off the beaten path, but we knew we were a destination store. We opened up March of '02, and it's been a roller coaster ride ever since, but our roller coaster's been going up a lot of the times.
When Robert got here, he really set out to make something of Savannah and make it just a booming running town. And when he got here, there were 4 races. Now we're probably closer to 44.
Savannah's a beautiful town, so we try to host the races and have them come visit. It brings people to hotels, it brings people to restaurants. It impacts the community, it impacts local businesses. By helping charities, registering for races, it helps not just the charity, the person get fit, it also helps the town in general.
I look back now and I know that Robert saw the potential, the growth for this city, and that's what has happened. He knew what this city could become.
Fleet Feet's effect on Savannah has transitioned the entire community from a laid-back, sleepy, somewhat unhealthy community to a running community, and has changed the health of the entire city.
I feel like we've made a more aware Savannah of not only, getting outside to walk, getting outside to run, getting outside to exercise, but we've also made aware of the different charities that are just in town that need support.
I remember him also talking about when he was dreaming up a store that he wanted somehow to connect the Susan G. Komen race and their efforts to the work that he did. That was, I think, the first race that he really had in his mind to get to Savannah.
A Savannah race to be Cure is important for Fleet Feet in many ways. It was actually one of Robert's babies. He loved that race. He did anything and everything he could for that race. His sister's a survivor. His mom passed away from breast cancer.
What we do is we raise money for breast cancer education and outreach. And what's special about Komen is that all of the money we raise stays local. So what we say is what's raised here stays here. And specifically, 25% of the money that we raise goes to research and 75% goes to the programs in the community that we sponsor.
This is a celebration of life. It's a camaraderie of women who have gone through just one of the most devastating diseases that you can go through. It's such a personal struggle, and we get together and get to be buddies and friends, and the doctors that have been with us through our trials and tribulations are here, and they get to contribute, and we drag them in to make croissant sandwiches with us, and they've become our race chairs, and it's just a fun thing. It's better than Christmas when you're an adult.
Fleet Feet is involved with a lot of charities by way of the runs. In that respect, we coach them and help them put these runs on, which in turn, people register for the races, and that's what raises money.
Any of the charities around town, we don't make a dime on. In fact, we end up losing money, but we're happy to do so because not only do you have the goodwill, but at the same time, it's key to ensure that all these smaller charities, or even the bigger ones in the case of Susan G. Komen, are relevant and stay relevant for years to come.
When Robert passed away, there was not a minute when we were concerned that the race wouldn't be handled well. We were very, very confident in the whole team. We knew that they do a great job with our race, and that is really meaningful because we care a lot about doing something wonderful for all of the survivors and for all the people that have lost someone.
So many running stores around the country, whether it be a Fleet Feet even, they lose sight of what has made them so successful in the past, which tends to be those folks that are almost scared to come into your store, the people that say, I don't know if I belong there. And we try to say, you know what, if you can walk in the door, you belong here. You may not be the fastest, you may not be the fittest, but you know what, you're gonna get out there and you're gonna try. You're gonna work your butt off, and you know what, you're gonna feel better after the fact for doing so.
We do have a unique Fleet Feet here. It's a family, and that's the way we like to treat it. It's a family of runners and people that like to be healthy and get out there and walk around the running trail, the Robert Espinosa running trail.